Rising odds that we'll see a recession within the next year. How do you recession-proof your finances? I've got 3 ways, that and more, coming up. My name's Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. The odds of that we'll see a recession in the next year are increasing apparently. Now, you know what to do with those odds. The last time that they were increasing, we actually saw a 100% chance. Economists were saying it's a 100% chance that we'd see a recession within 12 months of October of 2022, and we didn't see one, right? No one can predict the future. You can't either. You're not going to be able to predict a recession, okay? And you're not going to be able to control it either. Whether we see a recession or not, that's out of your control. But here's the good news. To be financially successful, to have financial success, it doesn't depend on you avoiding, bobbing and weaving recessions. Simply to have a plan and be steady, sticking to that plan, and you can thrive through and navigate well through recessions whenever we do see them. So time will tell, even as I think odds have increased somewhere to 40 or 50%, of course, with the on again, off again tariffs, that it's causing people to pause or businesses to pause with some of their expenses and their projections, and that could itself lead to an economic slowdown. But on top of that, of course, we're still dealing with housing, unaffordability, and persistent inflation, and so all of that putting the strain on the economy. We'll see if we see a recession. But if we do, are you ready? Are you ready financially? Again, it's not about avoiding it. It's about applying consistent habits so that you can thrive through it. So are you ready? I've got 3 ways, 3 different areas of your financial life that you can sort of recession-proof your finances by attending to these areas. First, anyone, when you think recession, you think your savings, you think your investments. And 2 phrases come to mind, and actually one we're going to apply to the other areas as well, and that is pessimistic short-term, optimistic long-term. Pessimistic short-term, optimistic long-term. Not my phrase. Author Morgan Housel says that in Psychology of Money, and I completely agree. That helps you always be on guard and ready for a recession, and yet not living in fear. If you're pessimistic short-term, then you are prepared with your investments. You've got the right level of risk for your financial situation and your financial goals, as well as your overall risk tolerance. So what I mean by that is you're taking the right level of risk for your financial goals to be on track, but also the right level of risk so that you can sleep easy at night. And I'm not saying that you're not going to be a little bit worried or frustrated when the markets go down, but overall, you can sleep easy at night. So that's, if you're pessimistic in the short term, you're staying within your risk tolerance, you're staying diversified. You haven't put all your, you're not speculating, those sorts of things, and you are staying consistent. But optimistic long-term, saying, no, I'm going to continue to consistently invest. And doing so, making the decision before we face a recession, before we see even more financial market turbulence than what we've seen already this year, I'm going to stay consistent with my contributions, whether there's cloudy skies or the sun is shining. Staying consistent, that's a way to recession-proof your investments and your savings. Second place my mind goes when I think of thriving through a recession, being recession-ready and recession-proofing your finances, it's with your cash flow, your present financial situation. And if you're a fan of the Wise Money Show, I call this the blocking and tackling your financial life. Doesn't really get a lot of attention, but this is what allows you to win games and win championships. And therefore, I'm going to apply that same phrasing from Morgan Housel. Pessimistic short-term, optimistic long-term. Pessimistic short-term means within your finances, within your present financial position, you're working a budget, a monthly budget. I know that's not fun to talk about, but again, blocking and tackling. And you've got margin. You've got margin there so that if there's a change in your income, you're not living so close to the edge that it immediately doesn't work. But then also that you've got an emergency fund saved up. You've got a cash reserve there. So again, you're not living so close to the edge that if an unexpected bill came up, or if your paycheck was reduced some, that financially things things wouldn't break. The other part of being recession-proof in your finances, and again, not living so close to the edges, making sure that you're living within your means with credit and with the amount of debt that you take on as well. Optimistic long-term means, yeah, you're still buying houses or you're still living the life that you've envisioned, and yet you're not straining things. You're always ready for, nope, we've got the right margin, we've got the right cash reserves, we're not taking on too much debt. That's the way in your present financial position, within your cash flow, within your savings, to make sure that you're recession ready and recession proof. And then the third area that my mind goes to when I think of being recession ready or recession proofing your finances is actually probably not where your mind goes, but that is to your insurance protection, your protection planning. Most people have that during their career have their insurances, their health insurance, their disability insurance, many times their life insurance, connected with their employer. And when we see a recession and the odds increase of job changes or job loss or layoffs, when your income is connected and intertwined with your protection, that is sort of a double whammy. That can be a double hit to your finances. And trust me, when the income goes away, you're not thinking about, well, where can I go out and get life insurance or what are my options with health insurance? So I would want you to take inventory now. What insurance protections are you getting through your employer? And therefore, what would you need to adjust if you saw a sudden job change? For most people, it's beneficial to get life insurance outside of work, okay? And one of the benefits is that it's not connected to your employer, so when you switch jobs, you don't have to worry about, well, am I going without insurance or do I have the right amount of insurance? But also, if you're healthy and you can go through underwriting and qualify for life insurance outside of your employer, typically you can lock in the price, one, and get it for significantly cheaper, two. So evaluating right now, do you have your health insurance with your employer? Okay, if you lose your job, is your spouse working? Is there ability to get group coverage there? If both of you lose your job or there isn't availability to get group health insurance through your spouse, taking a look at, well, what are your other options? Would COBRA be an option? Would healthcare.gov be an option for you, and so on? Disability insurance, obviously, if income changes, the need for disability changes as well, and then life insurance, like I already mentioned. If you have a good handle on staying the course through your investments, staying pessimistic short-term and optimistic long-term, so you're staying the course with your investment strategy, staying the course with your savings through a recession, you can thrive. If you've got the right present financial position, margin in your cash flow within your budget, the right cash reserves, and you're living within your means and not taking on too much debt, you can thrive through a recession and be recession proof. And if you have awareness on how you're getting your insurance protection, where it's coming from, and if things change, how you would need to pivot, then you can navigate through a recession or an economic slowdown should we see one. Those are 3 ways that you can recession-proof your finances. Work with your certified financial planner on that and the other ways as well. And if you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or send us an email, info@korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.